It's September, so politicians across Wales will be planning their return to Cardiff Bay in just a few short weeks. Policies are set to be announced and discussed, campaigning is set to ramp up, and we've got a new party in the Senedd for the first time since the last election. It's all go down the bay as per usual, and we've got a roundup of the most important things to look out for. First and foremost, we need to look at the election coming up just over half a year from now. It's set to be arguably the biggest Senedd election of all time, both figuratively and physically. With 96 Senedd member places up for grabs, an entirely new voting system, it will be all change and it will more than likely throw up a few surprises. New parties, a la Reform UK, will almost certainly win seats for the first time. Some parties could see their numbers dwindle significantly, and the biggest party could easily change for the first time in the history of the Senedd. Labour have been the biggest party in Cardiff Bay since day one of the Senedd and has been the most popular party in every election UK-wide or Wales-wide for over 100 years. They're the most dominant political machine in the Western world, but, according to opinion polls, they've got a real uphill battle if they're going to challenge either Plaid Cymru or Reform UK in May, who both sit at the top with some distance between themselves and third. Plaid and Reform have been polling somewhere near 30%, with Plaid ever so slightly ahead. Then you have Labour somewhere close to 20%, with the Tories down to 10 to 15%, and the Lib Dems and Green with about 5% each. It's set to be transformational for Welsh politics, and predicting how it will turn out is no easy feat. On a more specific note, there are laws to be drawn up, debated and passed. British Sign Language, greyhound racing and visitor accommodation are all on the cards. The British Sign Language Bill, introduced earlier this summer, aims to make Wales one of the most progressive places in the UK for sign language users. If passed, public bodies will be required to report on how they're supporting BSL across education, health and other essential services. The goal is to recognise British Sign Language not just as a tool for communication, but as a language in its own right, giving deaf communities better access to public services and opportunities across Wales. Meanwhile, the Welsh Government has published a draft greyhound racing ban bill, marking a significant step for animal welfare. The legislation would make it illegal to hold greyhound races and penalise anyone involved in organising them. The draft is currently out for scrutiny, and while supportees see it as a landmark move, it's expected to face debate from those in the racing industry concerned about its impact. Finally, the visitor accommodation levy bill could affect anyone staying overnight in Wales in the future. The Welsh Government are calling it a visitor levy, which ranges from 75p per night to £1.30, depending on your type of lodging. It was voted into the Senedd earlier on this year, but given the controversial nature of the policy and the fact it won't come into effect for another 2 years at least, there's plenty of room to discuss it further.